Hey guys, Troy and Dale here from Hard Rock Rewind. Thanks for joining us on another reaction and review video. We just watched Wish I Had an Angel from Nightwish's 2013 Wacken performance. Now we're going to do a bit of a review video on that. So this is obviously within the series that we're doing, which is we're reviewing and reacting to the whole set list of their performance at 2013 at Wacken. Dale, Wish I Had an Angel, a lot more up-tempo than last week's song. What do you think of that tune, man? And Marco, especially Marco on vocals there on as well.
Yeah, look, I guess the first thing was just that kind of four on the floor, real kind of up-tempo pumping track. It's probably a good track to segue into from the opener, just to keep that energy up, right? And just again, like another kind of big riff off that drum beat. The drums sound massive, the kick was massive, the floor toms sound huge again, and just like a really cool riff to intro that tune. Like you said, Marco, just he has a very distinct vocal quality. I'm not a great singer. I can sing enough to create, but by no means am I a singer. But very distinctive voice. So it's him singing, right? I guess you'd be able to tell him apart from a lot of other people. And then I'm an all-round kind of person, so it's it's the performance, it's how they sound, but it's the image as well, with me. And man, just it's like the beard. I think I haven't had my beard that long. I've had it pretty long. At points throughout my life, like especially as I'm getting older, I've had a fairly big kind of unkept beard for me, but his is kind of nice and crimped and looking cool. And you got to look the part as well. Like you can have the tunes and you can have the chops, but you also got to look the part. Especially for a live performance the caliber of this. So yeah, man, like his vocal performance, he was killing it. He looked awesome, sounded awesome. Again, massive performance, dude. That the drummer just absolutely holds it down. Again, and speaking of holding it down, Empu again, legs spread, guitar really low. Like I thought, like it's very Zakk Wylde of him. I thought at some point he's gonna split his pants. He's gonna have to run off stage and change. But now, man, like looking cool. Like again, like just really good stage presence, really good, well put together, well constructed, thought out, imagery to go along with the oral side of things. And again, like I'm massive big on the image side of bands as well. Like I love getting into the technical aspects of the music, but man, like if they look a certain way, like that, you can almost excuse sometimes music not being as solid if they're coming across with this really massive aura. But if they can have both, they can have it all, right? So that's where I'm at, man. They're just killing it the way they look, the way they sound. We're only 2 tracks in, and I'm super pumped already. That's a lot for me, man. What do you take out of it?
No, well, so just to give you a bit of background, so this, once again, like last week's song, Dark Chester Wonders, so that song was off their 2004 album Once. This was also off their 2004 album Once. This was also a single. It's quite a popular single from memory. Once again, Taya was the female singer or vocalist at the time. And I think, man, once again, Floor just sounds amazing. Man, she is honestly effortless with her vocals. You look back at, in fairness, so was Taya, but if you go back and look at Annette, which this album, Imaginarium, was the one that she actually sung on, definitely she had to really work for those notes. Man, Floor was just there, like just, flailing about, like just her voice is just epic. And then there was some parts, man, where they harmonized, and it was towards the end, I think, and she was like right up there. Like she can almost put on this, like almost this male rasp, sort of semi-scream, like rasp type sort of sound in her chest voice, and it was like phenomenal. And once again, man, he, like Marco, is a phenomenal singer. His range is like crazy. Phenomenal. Yeah, very distinct sounding voice. And man, I just think just all over, like overall, the whole production, as you said, man, they have the look, They look amazing, but the sound and the quality of their performance, man, is honestly second to none. Like they've got these amazing accents. They've got really hard riffs. They have these key changes. That's such a, balls to the wall sort of groove song. And they're just on point. Like they're just on point. There's no faults. No one's lacking. There's no weakest chain in the link with these guys. They're just honestly phenomenal. Phenomenal band, phenomenal written songs, and just performed like, phenomenally. It's amazing. It really is amazing. It's crazy.
Yeah, look, I'm probably gonna say something that'll get me murdered in the comments, but I grew up in the 80s. No, look, it's fine. I grew up in the 80s, and I was, growing up in the 80s, it was a completely different vibe and different era, and there wasn't a lot of kind of, I don't want to kind of pigeonhole Nightwish, but there wasn't, there weren't a lot of neoclassical kind of classically trained rock performers kicking around in the 80s when I was growing up. One of the people that brought that to the fore was Yngwie Malmsteen back in the day. And I hear a lot of, even with kind of like the chord progressions and the keyboard sounds that are, the patches that they're using and so forth. Like I hear a lot of that neoclassical, that Malmsteen-esque vibe, to some of it. And so that gets me really pumped because I was the biggest Malmsteen fan when I was growing up. Like it was like his sound and what he was doing, no one had done that to that extent, to that extreme that was in the mainstream. And to hear some of these chord progressions and some of what they're doing, whether they're influenced by him or not inadvertently, but I definitely hear a lot of what he was doing back then coming through what these guys are doing now. Now, for me, that's exciting because I'll hear little things. I'm like, man, it just kind of takes me back to that era, that Malmsteen era for me. And so I get all like goose pimply and I get excited about that. So again, whether they're influenced by him or not, I don't know. But I'm definitely getting those vibes coming through. Again, like not so much with Empel's guitar playing and so forth, like he has his own style, but just with the, the song structure, the chord progression, some of the, the keyboard sounds, the patches they're using, the synth sounds and so forth. I'm definitely getting that vibe, which is a good vibe.
Yeah, man. What is that? I know the songs. The title escapes me. What's the album? Yngwie's album with Deja Vu, Heaven Tonight.
Is that Odyssey?
Odyssey? Yeah.
Odyssey. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the one you're thinking of, but yes, like that. At the start, I forget the first song, and that it's that. It's like almost all. Yeah, and those keyboards that. It's like a choir almost sounding type sort of sound. Yeah. It's like a choir synth sort of sound, and that's exactly what it sounds like in this. And especially it's like when you hear, because there are parts when he's, I'm just going to say it's E or whatever it is, but they're palming on the same like, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. So they're holding, bass and guitar are holding the same note, but then these keyboard progressions are going underneath it. Their movements are underneath it with that particular sound. Yeah, pretty much. You're right, man. It's like very Yngwie-esque type sort of stuff from that.
I'm all about that, man. I'm all about Yngwie-esque. Love that.
Yeah.
There's not enough Yngwie in the world. We need more Yngwie.
And just quickly, man, I don't know if it was a video glitching or something, but when they did that stop at the first, it was maybe the first chorus, and people went, woo, did Marco also like do that vocally as well? It sounded like they did something together, or not? Or was that me just hearing something?
I picked up on the dive bomb.
I heard the dive bomb, but I thought he did like, like try to mimic it as well. That's what it sounded like. Or maybe that was a really bad version.
No, that wasn't good. Troy is banned from YouTube.
I know. Yeah, no more singing.
We're getting cancelled.
That's my vocal version of a dive bomb.
Look, we may have to go back and check that one. I'm not editing this out either. This is staying in.
No, leave it in, man.
No, you're done. You're done.
It's the good, the bad, the ugly.
No, that's good. Look, look, you're having a ball with this. There are more tracks coming, so stay tuned, guys. It's going to be epic. Yes, and once again, guys, thanks for your comments. Let us know what you think about this song. Let us know if there's anything else that we haven't mentioned or you picked up. And thanks again. Thanks to all those new subscribers, and we'll catch you on the next video. Catch you soon. See you guys.